Howdy, Archer fans. Dennis here. Hey, I want to show you a couple of bows. First off, I just wanted to show you this is a PVC bow I made like a year ago. Made it with a flattened handle, flattened opposite of the way that the limbs would be, so that it wouldn't bend and that it would fit the handle good, the hand good. And then made the limbs half flat for bending, and then half round for not bending. So this was a design that I seen in wooden self bows before, and so I was trying to copy that in a PVC bow, and I think I actually called it a PVC self bow. So this kind of reminds me of what now I know is referred to as a Mollegabet bow. So, having said that, this is a wooden bow made on the Mollegabet design. Mollegabet bows have a static handle, part flat, wide limbs, and then part narrow static limbs, skinny static limbs. So, with a shoulder from the bending limb to the static limb. There's another bow out there that these are sometimes confused as the same thing is referred to as a Holmegard bow, which is based on, I think, the earliest bow ever found, dated to be the earliest. Both the Mollegabet and the Holmegard both are designs that were found in archaeological sites from Denmark, I believe. The Holmegard bow, although while it does taper, it's not as drastic with a shoulder, and it doesn't have fatter outer limbs. So, as far as I can tell from what I've read and seen in the pictures, the Holmegard bow would have a bending outer limb. And if you read on Paleoplanet's website, there's an archaeologist that chimes in about that too. The Holmegard bow does not have static limbs, and they just not necessarily have a shoulder. One of the examples on one of the limbs had a bit of a shoulder, but the other one didn't. So, and they did not have fat or thick outer limbs. They were still the same thickness roughly, and obviously were bending. The entire limb was bending. Now this would be based on what's called a Mollegabet bow, which is also an ancient design from Denmark, from what I've been able to read. I have not seen the pictures of the original Mollegabet bows, but the ones that I've seen people make basically have wide, flat, working limbs, followed by a skinny. Okay, I'm going to shoot the Mollegabet bow, and target's right here. So I'll be shooting towards the camera. Hopefully intentionally not hitting the camera. Okay. Thanks for watching. Dennis, shooting the Mollegabet bow. Signing out. Thanks. Howdy, archery fans. Dennis here. Hey, I got a new bow to show you. Make sure you can see. Maybe. Alright, this is what's known as a Mollegabet design. It's got static outer limbs, or Sias, and then working limbs, and then a static handle, and then a fat outer limb again. Looks like this way. It's a flat bow design, and based on some ancient bows, from what I've read, that they found in the Denmark, I believe, up in that Scandinavian region. Mollegabet, I think, was the name given for one from one city, and then there's another one. Can't think of the name of it offhand, but I believe they were originally thought to be made from elm, and from what I've read, the thing about flat bows is a flat bow design allows you to use inferior woods that maybe normally wouldn't make a good, like a narrow longbow. But when you go to that flat design, it more evenly distributes the load, and many different woods are acceptable for making a bow like this, I guess. This is just made from a red oak board that just found one that had very straight grain, straight on the side, and on the back and front. Very little runoff. It was a 1x3 by 12, or no, 1x3 by, I can't remember, 10 or 12 foot board. So, has 4-inch handle, 2-inch fade, so that would be an 8-inch handle area that's non-bending. Followed by 14.5 inches of bending limb, then a 2-inch fade, and 12.5-inch non-bending limb. Originally it was 13.5. I cut an inch off. Originally the bending part and the non-bending part of the limb were equal. Now they're got an inch shorter on the end. This bow was shooting for 45, 50-pound bow. When I was roughing it out, I used a circular saw to take my width down, and just a couple of places I dug in too deep by accident. So when that happens, of course, you, instead of a 50-pound bow, you end up with a 35-pound bow. So that's what happened here. I had it at 40. Had it at 40 pounds yesterday, but I had a full 1/4 inch difference in my tiller between the front and back limb, and I really didn't like the looks of it, and so I reduced the back a little more to get the tiller closer. Now they're within 1/8 of an inch, but I did lose about 5 pounds in the process. But it's my first attempt at this design, so I'll go ahead and go ahead and shoot it. And
you never did tell me. On those brakes?
what brakes?